Welcome to Sleepless Creatives, a sleep podcast for performers and creators, with me, Florence St. Ledger, a queer and neurodivergent actor and voice actor. If you like the show, remember to follow us on social media or leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Facebook. You can also visit our website, sleeplesscreativespodcast.co.uk. And now, on with the episode. Hello, creators. Happy Pride Month to all of my fellow queers, and welcome to our Pride episode of 2024. Today I'm going to be reading the poetry of someone I think we're all familiar with, Lord Byron. Lord Byron was famously and openly bisexual even in the 1800s, and he became very popular for his epic and satirical poetry. He has been portrayed on screen a number of different times by different actors, most recently I think by the actor Tom Sturridge in the 2017 film Mary Shelley, which I personally really enjoyed, and I recommend that you all go and watch it when you can. So today I'm going to be reading a small collection of his poetic works. So, take a moment to get cozy and comfortable and drift off. She walks in beauty. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes. Thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek, and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. And thou art dead, as young and fair. And thou art dead, as young and fair as aught of mortal birth, and form so soft and charms so rare, too soon returned to earth. Though earth received them in her bed, and o'er the spot the crowd may tread, in carelessness or mirth, there is an eye which could not brook a moment on the grave to look. I will not ask where thou liest low, nor gaze upon the spot. There flowers or weeds at will may grow, so I behold them not. It is enough for me to prove that what I loved and long must love, like common earth can rot, to me there needs no stone to tell. 'Tis nothing that I loved so well. Yet did I love thee to the last, as fervently as thou, who didst not change through all the past, and canst not alter now. The love where death has set his seal, nor age can chill, nor rival steal, nor falsehood disavow. And what were worse, thou canst not see, or wrong or change, or fault in me, The better days of life were ours, the worst can be but mine. The sun that cheers, the storm that lowers, shall never more be thine. The silence of that dreamless sleep I envy now too much to weep, nor need I to repine that all those charms have passed away. I might have watched through long decay. The flower in ripened bloom, unmatched, must fall the earliest prey, though by no hand untimely snatched, the leaves must drop away. And yet it were a greater grief to watch it withering, leaf by leaf, than see it plucked today. Since earthly eye but ill can bear to trace the change to foul from fair. I know not if I could have borne to see thy beauties fade. The night that followed such a morn had worn a deeper shade. Thy day without a cloud hath passed, and thou wert lovely to the last, extinguished, not decayed. As stars that shoot along the sky shine brightest as they fall from high. As once I wept, if I could weep, my tears might well be shed, to think I was not near to keep one vigil o'er thy bed, to gaze how fondly on thy face, to fold thee in a faint embrace, uphold thy drooping head, and show that love, however vain, nor thou nor I can feel again. Yet how much less it were to gain, though thou hast left me free, the loveliest things that still remain, and thus remember thee, the all of thine that cannot die, through dark and dread eternity, returns again to me, and more thy buried love endears, that ought accept its living years. Stanzas for music. There be none of beauty's daughters with a magic like thee, and like music on the waters is thy sweet voice to me. When, as if its sound were causing the charmed ocean's pausing, the waves lie still and gleaming, and the lulled winds seemed dreaming. And the midnight moon is weaving her bright chain o'er the deep, whose breast is gently heaving as an infant's asleep. So the spirit bows before thee to listen and adore thee, with a full but soft emotion, like the swell of summer's ocean. Love and Death. I watched thee when the foe was at our side, ready to strike at him, or thee and me were safely hopeless, rather than divide aught with one loved saved love and liberty. I watched thee on the breakers when the rock received our prow, and all was storm and fear, and bade thee cling to me through every shock. This arm would be thy bark, or breast thy bier. I watched thee when the fever glazed thine eyes, yielded my couch and stretched me on the ground, when overworn with watching near to rise, from thence if thou an early grave hadst found. An earthquake came and rocked the quivering wall, and men and nature reeled as if with wine. Whom did I seek around the tottering hall? For thee, whose safety first provide for, thine. And when convulsive throes denied my breath, the faintest utterance to my fading thought, to thee, e'en in the gasp of death, my spirit turned, oh, oftener than it ought. Thus much and more, and yet thou lov'st me not, and never wilt. Love dwells not in our will, nor can I blame thee, though it may be my lot. strongly, wrongly, vainly love thee still. So we'll go no more a-roving. So we'll go no more a-roving, so late into the night, though the heart be still as loving, and the moon be still as bright. For the sword outwears its sheath, and the soul wears out the breast, and the heart must pause to breathe, and love itself have rest. Though the night was made for loving, and the day returns too soon, yet we'll go no more a-roving by the light of the moon.